Be speaking on one of XXXTentacion's killers being released from Florida State Prison. Quick pause, because this might actually help you. So instead of paycheck advances, direct deposit on a page to your current 90, which unlocks the silly worth just check a more on superstar. One of the saddest deaths, helping people like you stay more on top of their finances.
Hey man, XXXTentacion, one of his killers, just got just got released from prison. Like, what we got going on? Man, keep that weird ass nigga in jail, man.
The saddest deaths in hip hop is that of rising superstar XXXTentacion.
Innocent man, folks.
Gunned down at only 20 years old in a robbery turned homicide, his autopsy report would detail his painful death. He was shot in the shoulder, the bullet piercing muscle, vessels, and his lung before settling in his chest. Another shot through his upper back at the base of his neck.
Why they shoot him?
Down into his chest.
See, this is why I be saying, like, niggas don't even be knowing what they doing, fo. They just out here just trying to rob something. Like, don't even know what the hell. Like, if you trying to rob something, what shooting the nigga gonna do? What is that gonna do for you? You just shot him. Now he dead. Now you in jail. Now you can't spend none of the money you robbed him for, dumbass.
And the fatal shot fired into the side of his neck.
Damn, they shot him. That's
bone in his spine, breaking a rib, and destroying every muscle in between.
Damn.
He bled out eternally. The video of his murder, as well as him laying lifeless in his BMW, would be seen millions of times through social media. A family was shattered. His fans were devastated. And a son was left never being able to know his father.
Even know his dad.
The killers bragged, posting pictures and videos with the $50,000 they'd taken from him.
Look how happy they are, bro. But I'm not supposed to, remember what y'all said though, I'm not supposed to wish jail on nobody though. Killed this man, took $50,000 that he worked his ass off for, killed him, took him away from his son, took him away from his friends, took him away from his family, killed the whole legacy that man to be fucking, he'd be bigger than him and Juice WRLD. Them niggas would be running circles around these niggas right now. He bigger than Uzi, they'll be bigger than all them niggas. Killed for no reason. To take 50,000 and then your dumb ass too stupid, you went on the internet posting pictures with it. Cause you want to be cause you want to be accepted so fucking bad. Cause you want a motherfucker to think you cool. Boy, don't nobody like you like that, nigga. Any of them niggas that's gonna DM you or any of them girls that's gonna go for you, it's that paper that's in your hand. They don't give no fuck about you. But niggas will do anything for that money, boy, because that money is like God to these niggas.
They'd be arrested fast, sentenced one by one, and a Florida judge would deliver one of the coldest speeches, followed by a life sentence for the actual trigger man.
Quote right. You turned a robbery into a murder.
And he's a fucking dork. You can see him. He's a dork.
And on that day, when you stood there and fired that weapon, you didn't just end one life. You effectively ended 5 lives, including your own.
Look, he like, yeah.
Like I just said, you need to understand that when we say life in Florida State Prison, that means life.
Yep.
It is necessarily without parole. Florida abolished parole.
Florida abolished the parole shit, nigga.
You know, as the song says, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
You're right.
You will spend the rest of your life in prison. From here, you will go and be placed in a cell that has a stainless steel slab that's attached to the wall. That's your bed. And next to it is a stainless steel sink and a stainless steel toilet. That's the furniture that you have in that cell. You'll spend every hour and every day and every week and every year of your life in that
prison.
Cell.
That's where you belong.
And one day,
fucking goofy.
They'll come and open up that cell in the morning and you'll have passed on.
Yep.
And only on that day
will you leave, nigga?
Serve your sentence.
Well, one of his killers has just been released from Florida State Prison, and it wasn't in a body bag, it was on probation. Robert Allen
I don't
was
think
one
he
of
the
four
one killed him.
responsible for the killing. He can be seen on surveillance videos spotting the rapper,
that's the rapper
inside
right
of
there.
the motorsports store he was shopping at, alongside his co-defendant Daedric Williams. Daedric would help plan the robbery, acting as the driver who blocked in X's car, preventing him from leaving the parking lot.
Well, honestly, see, if they just robbed him, put a gun in his face, took his bag, took his money, ran, I wouldn't say give him life. The only reason I said give Pooh Shiesty life is because you already went. You just got out of prison and you did this. Your ass ain't gonna learn until you get 45 years to life. You see what I'm saying? But if they would have robbed them, shit. If you robbed me for 50,000, here you go. No problem, nigga. Just let me go the fuck home. Y'all always ask me to show y'all exactly how to get rich on YouTube, so I made a full-blown course. It's not complete yet, but you can order it right now. There's 5 hours of content in it right now. It'll be like 12 or 15-hour full course once it's done. It'll be done by April 1st, all right? So click the link in the description, get your course, and start learning how to really get rich on YouTube. I'm not just no one-hit wonder type guy. No, I have more than 40 channels that make me hundreds of thousands of dollars all together every single month. Like, I'm checking straight bags off of this, just sitting in my crib, recording, making videos. So if you want to learn exactly how I do it, I'm showing you how to clip farm, how to edit, how to upload, how to make thumbnails, how to develop your character, how to make shorts, how to make clips, right? I'm giving you every piece of every single type of strategy that you will ever need to get rich on YouTube. So click that link. It's not a super cheap course, but it ain't expensive. It's only $150. And if you use the code MAGMULA, you could get 20% off of that $150. So go get you some money. You feel me? Same thing with PNB Rock. If they would have just snatched this chain and run, I'm not gonna say you should get life in prison. Even though I really kind of think, I think because in these other countries, if you rob somebody, your ass getting automatic life. Especially armed robbery in China and all these other fucking countries, you getting 55,000 years, 2 life sentences. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no damn such thing as parole out there and shit like that. So like, and them countries be a lot safer, bro. I think if we gave life sentences to robbers, killers, rapists, child touchers, I think the world will be a better place because it'll deter a lot of motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? The problem is that all these robberies, people get all these robberies and everything, and then they can get off. That's why they keep doing it.
Trayvon Newsom was one of the gunmen who approached X's vehicle, and Michael Boatwright was the shooter who killed X as Trayvon grabbed a bag of money as he was dying. While Robert Allen wasn't one of the 2 gunmen who confronted X,
so what did he do?
Florida law treats everyone involved in a violent felony as responsible,
right,
especially if someone is killed.
Right.
Robert would be sentenced first after pleading guilty to 2nd-degree murder and robbery with the gun. Part of his plea
was he one of the gunmen or was he the driver? I don't think he wasn't the driver. I think the other dude was the driver. I don't know what he did. I don't know if he had a gun or not. But if he didn't shoot him, then I kind of understand, but I still think his ass should go do life with all them niggas.
Cooperate and testify against his 3 co-defendants, which he did.
Oh, he getting out because he snitched.
And identify in the courtroom as to who you're referring to that made some comments to you.
Second row.
Look at the co-defendant. That motherfucker gonna get on Instagram with the money.
Who's in state 8? 5-5?
Michael Boatwright and me.
It was sentencing day for Robert Allen, the 4th suspect in the robbery and murder of rapper XXXTentacion, who confessed to his role and implicated the other 3 who were convicted.
Please forgive me, I'm so sorry.
Robert Allen, the 4th man involved in rapper XXXTentacion's murder and robbery, spoke during his sentencing hearing Wednesday, saying he was sorry while asking the judge to spare his life.
So everybody that, just for a public service announcement, Mula do not carry. I ain't seen no cash and I don't know how long. I got rid of all the cash that I don't have no cash on me. So if anybody fucking look in my chains, is good luck with that. Good luck snatching on my chain. You gonna get okay. Your ass gonna get about shit. I only paid a few $1,000s for them chains. So how much money you think you gonna get when you sell? Ain't gonna be a lot, buddy.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
For my own life and not to be sent to state prison. because that was their destiny.
Last summer, Allen pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and testified for the state. Judge Michael Hewson saying he's thought long and hard about Allen's sentence.
I do believe you are not the same person who I arraigned 5 years ago. I genuinely believe that you are sorry for what you have done and not merely sorry for yourself.
In exchange, he was sentenced to 7 years in prison with roughly 5 years credit for time in jail.
Right.
So in all actuality,
he's gonna get out anyway.
To serve 2 years in prison.
He's gonna get out
because
anyway.
of the high-profile nature of this case, his locations would be filed in secrecy, meaning unlike every other inmate in Florida prisons, you could not find out what prison he was being held in.
Right.
You couldn't find out his official entry date.
Right.
And you can't actually know his official release.
Right.
Robert Allen was now being protected by the state of Florida.
Crazy, right?
As a high
That's because he was a
value
witness. Yeah.
But it wasn't just 7 years he was sentenced to. It was a split sentence. 7 years in, with 20 to be served on probation.
Oh, 9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna beat the probation. His ass probably be in there.
Totaling up to 27 years under state control. Filings within the Broward County courts would show Robert was also granted permission for interstate travel, as he was now working towards getting his CDL and driving trucks across the country. As for the other convicted killers,
they're done.
All 3 took the case to trial.
Stupid.
And all 3 were sentenced
How fucking stupid do you have to be? Why would you take that case to trial?
to die within Florida State Prison.
All got life because your dumb ass took it to trial. And the one snitch. You see, this is how it's gonna be too. This is why all this shit is stupid. So 4 of y'all niggas went to rob somebody. The person who did the least, they're always gonna do this. Person ends up dead. They're gonna find the person who played the least significant role in the robbery. They're gonna convince him to snitch. They're gonna give his a little punk ass 7 years real quick while y'all get life. They're gonna give him 7 years. He gonna snitch on y'all dumb ass to make sure y'all get life. Then he gonna go home and get his CDL after 7 years. So this is why this is why this shit is stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb, bro. It's dumb. It's all dumb. Do your homework on dumb. Stupid ass.
Means of a life sentence.
No cap though.
They flaunted what was stolen, and the trigger man would even go as far as dissing X and his son from inside of prison.
That nigga went on Instagram and laughed?
Leading to fans contacting the facility and getting him placed in confinement.
Yep. Stupid
it's likely all 3 of these men will die inside of cages and concrete walls.
Let her ass
while
die,
Robert Allen.
That's why I be saying certain niggas like this, bro. When you doing shit like this, when you putting laughing emojis with your little punk ass Android while you sitting in prison, when you putting laughing emojis on this type of shit and you posting it and you that stupid 6 years later after you killed them, you got a life sentence for it, and you in there laughing and think everything, okay, cool, bet. So that you the type of nigga who I wish jail on, bro. Niggas like you. And I don't feel bad for that shit. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, like, nigga, you ain't steal a pizza. You know what I'm saying? You ain't blow a red light. You ain't drive without no license. You ain't go 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. You killed an innocent blue-haired conscious rapper for no reason. It's so much shit. You could have knocked his ass out and took the bag. Why'd you shoot him in the shit?
And his son from inside of prison, leading to fans contacting the facility and getting him placed in confinement. It's likely all 3 of these men will die inside of cages and concrete walls, while Robert Allen will remain protected by the state for the next 20 years as he moves on with his life. Now, there's a lot of ways to feel about this. This is a clear-cut situation of somebody cooperating, someone essentially snitching.
Right.
And it works out for him.
It works out, yeah.
He got minimal time. The majority of his time was spent in the county jail. Minimal prison time. He's on 20 years of probation. I highly doubt that this kid's gonna violate in any way.
Probably not.
And he's free. Becoming a truck driver, he's gonna be driving all over the US. With that type of job, he's not gonna be on social media. He's not gonna be seen. He's not gonna run into X fans.
Right, no.
people are gonna feel a lot of ways that he shouldn't have the freedom he has.
He should,
But
though. He should.
at the same time,
And deep down
he's a
inside-
major component in putting away the other 3 people.
Right.
The main one, Michael Boatwright, who fired the shots. I don't think any of them intended for this
No,
to
to be a murder.
homicide.
No. I don't think so either.
But this dude was just a loose cannon, and you can tell by the way.
That's what niggas do though. They think they in a GTA 5 mission. It's weird though. I see this shit happen so much. Like, okay, if we plan to go rob this nigga, and he don't, and we put a gun in his face and he don't drop the bag quick, somebody punch him in his chin, knock him out. Don't shoot him in his neck, chest, spine, back, and some more shit. Why would you do that? The gun is here. You have the gun, which means you are in power. You don't have to kill the nigga. You could pistol whip him, knock him out. Both of y'all could just punch him. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm not advocating for people to rob niggas, but it's so many times I see the same story where like a robbery happened and a nigga get trigger happy and he jumpy and fidgety and anxious and he don't know what's going on and then bow, he just shoot a nigga. He don't even know why he did it. He can't even tell you why he did it. He just was thirsty. I don't know, folks. Adrenaline rushing. I don't know.
He was dissing X and his son from inside of prison. He's just fried.
He fried. Yeah.
But the way they flaunted the money after knowing he was killed shows the same level of no remorse.
Right.
X was a rising superstar. This kid would have went far in life.
For sure.
And they killed him as he was shopping for whatever.
A motorcycle or something.
Motorcycles, who knows? Yeah, $50,000.
Yeah.
They killed him. They didn't even get to spend the money. They just took pictures with the money.
Literally. It was 4-5 of them, so they really only got like $12,000. If it was 4 of them, they got like 12-5.
Now they have life sentences. And
For
this
life.
was major when it happened.
Yeah, hell
This
yeah.
hit home to a lot of people, even people that weren't fans. He got killed where he was from.
Where he was from, yeah.
He was from Broward County.
Right.
And that's exactly where he got killed at. And he wasn't a street rapper.
Exactly.
He wasn't a gangster rapper. He wasn't a shooter. He wasn't none of that.
He was just a
And
successful
to
dude.
be honest, he has a friend named Tankhead who got sentenced to mad long in prison for a murder. And one can only wonder what's gonna happen when he comes across one of the 3 killers that still remain in Florida State Prison. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section.
I don't think he deserved to get out, for real. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't. The nigga died, bro. He died, bro. You know what I'm saying? That man died. So if in my opinion, I don't think he deserved to be out. I think he only got out because he snitched. You know what I'm saying? He literally only got out because he snitched. I don't think that should be a get out of jail free card. If he don't get life, give his ass 20. Let his ass sit in there and think about that shit. 7 years was kind of crazy though.